On sighting at Giants practice. We're going to get into that, tell you what's going on there, Carrie.
Okay, I'm excited about that. We got a lot to talk about on the show, especially in the football world. So let's get to it. Welcome to the coast, folks.
We going coast to coast. We going coast to coast.
Are we getting Vontaze Burfict wrong? Derek Carr with a stout defense of his teammate. Should the Vikings move on from Kirk Cousins? Dan Orlovsky believes an upgrade is available in Miami. And the biggest question facing the new-look Warriors as they embrace a new role.
Sports Center, coast to coast. It's where you come when you want the most. Yeah. Every city, every state and time. Get ready, we about to break it down.
I'm not happy about it. I'm obviously upset about it.
What's this? Saquon Barkley doing some things at Giants practice today for the first time since suffering a high ankle sprain week 3. The timetable was 4 to 8 weeks. That's 10 days out. He's moving pretty well. He's making cuts, sprints. No word on his status for Sunday when the Giants meet the Vikings.
All right, so some other good news. The 0-3 Jets are excited. Quarterback Sam Darnold, who missed the last 2 games with mono, is returning to practice today. Coach Adam Gase says Darnold has not been cleared for contact and will undergo more tests Friday. Whether he plays Sunday against the Eagles is still up in the air, so some developing news there. Meanwhile, folks, that transitions us into Week 5 in the NFL. That will take us to the very first London game of the year, Chicago Bears and the Oakland Raiders. The Raiders left right after their win over the Colts on Sunday and hit the practice field this morning in London. The Bears head across the pond tomorrow after practice. Actually, they're already there. Did we not just say that? Meanwhile, the news overshadowing the game is Vontaze Burfict and the helmet-to-helmet hit on tight end Jack Doyle. In the result, he was suspended for the rest of the year. Raiders quarterback Derek Carr on the suspension earlier today.
The hard thing for me to understand is we say, we're all about people, but sometimes we don't get to know people, right? I think he's one of the most misunderstood people in the NFL. I didn't know anything about him except what some friends that were, from LA, played high school football with him, told me, and when he showed up, he quickly turned into one of my favorite teammates I've ever had. He's one of the most genuine, awesome people I've ever been around. He's a great teammate. He works his tail off, and he's a great guy. I know that he's had history in other places, but I think people change. I don't think he was trying to hurt that man. The man was going down. We see other people choking people out, and they're going to play this Sunday. We see other people hitting people in the helmets, and they're going to play this Sunday. And Vontaze Burfict won't play the rest of the year. I think that's a little excessive, if you ask me. But this one, especially with what went on during the week, if we're going to be fair, we need to be fair with everybody.
Wow, strong sound from Carr there. Burfict's agent, Lamont Smith, told our Josina Anderson that he expects his appeal to be heard Tuesday. Burfict is not new to this process. He had 13 suspensions and fines in 7 seasons with the Bengals before joining the Raiders this offseason. He's been fined over $450,000. He's lost out on about $3.7 million in game checks due to suspensions. Now, back to the game, shall we? The Raiders will host the Bears this week, as we discussed. Chicago will likely be without quarterback Mitchell Trubisky, who dislocated his shoulder last week. Chase Daniel is expected to get the start. Now, what about this other guy, Khalil Mack? Well, he gets his revenge game this week after the Raiders traded him to Chicago last year. We remember that. Mack already has 4.5 sacks this year, and he said he wants to make them pay for trading him. One player who might not suit up defensively is star linebacker Roquan Smith. The Bears' leading tackler from last season has been dealing with personal issues.